Greetings. I am a Dragon Alchemist, and allow me to entertain you. I am once again playing Fallout 4, where I am once again at Vault 88. And now that we've dealt with Kate's little detox problem, we can keep on going with the whole Vault experiment thing. I am very much hoping this turns out better than what happened at the other Vault.
Our first Vault residence. What a moment. But, on to business. Exercise is an inherently selfish activity. Instead of using every hour, every minute, to further the goals of the community, a resident instead improves their body past the minimum requirements. Vault-Tec has devised a solution. The Power Cycle 1000. While you pedal, you provide raw power to the Vault. A perfect answer to an inherently counterproductive practice.
Exercise is selfish. I can see how a somewhat, I don't know, twisted mind can see that way. But come on. The only way that would be a viable, argument would be that you have to spend every waking moment helping the community. That's kinda... yeah, who would that be helping then? Because the community is comprised of individuals, and if the individuals aren't exactly doing well themselves, things go downhill very fast. A community is the sum of its parts, and if the parts aren't healthy, then we're gonna have issues.
But doesn't society benefit from healthy citizens?
Overall,
My argument exactly.
Our research indicates it does not. True, some short-term medical costs are mitigated. But exercise leads to longevity, which extends how long the elderly drain the Vault's resources. No, exercise overall is a societal ill we should and can cure.
Now that's even worse. Elderly citizens being a drain. Then, by that logic, anything that doesn't contribute to society is a hassle and should be dealt with in a finalistic way. And that leads to all sorts of really bad issues. And then there's the whole argument about elders have more wisdom, which can be argued a bit, because experience and wisdom are two separate things. That is my personal opinion. The elderly just have more time to soak in the wisdom. They have experience, they just might not have accrued the wisdom necessary. And that wisdom might be a little tainted due to some experiences. But even still, the elderly still can contribute, just not in a way that is... how should you say... what is the term? What is the term? Scientifically... measurable. That's the term. Having elderly citizens around can have other, more subtle benefits, but that's my theory. Yeah, good in theory? No, it's not. Your argument is absurd. Yeah, that's my personal line of thinking. Power's important. Well, let's not dismiss her theory outright, because if she's got something else in mind... because it sounds like this power cycle thing still encourages a type of exercise.
Settlements can always use power.
Precisely. The prototype is far from perfect. There were incidences during its R&D. Maybe even the stray cerebral hemorrhage.
What? Overseer?
Oh, Clem. Don't worry yourself. This model won't suffer from those defects.
Oh. Good.
Well, probably. Let me download the schematic to your Pip-Boy. Build it and attach a terminal to choose the parameters of the experiment. Work Clem hard. Give me power.
I already see a lot of ways this experiment is gonna fall flat on its face. Number one, I've already built a power generator. And it's gonna be far more efficient than whatever the human body can extract. Pardon me. And as for the parameters, we'll just have to see. Is it under special? Ah, it is. Excellent. Okay, let's see where to put this thing. Let's not put it next to the power generator. Mainly due to the fact that she mentioned cerebral hemorrhaging. Alright, let's wire this thing up then. Let's see. Terminal. Should be under power. Connectors. No. Logic gates, manufacturing. Should be under miscellaneous. Ah, yes it is. Let's see what a type of terminal I want. I think I prefer this sort of terminal. A little better looking. Let's put it right over here. Let's attach it to here, and then attach this to the main power supply. This looks a little fishy. No, let's turn this around a bit. There we go. Let's see how this works. Alright. Now that we've gotten that
Push
done...
Clem to the limit. The power must flow.
Is that a Dune
I
reference?
wonder how high the vault numbers go.
Well, we've already seen up to 111. I got no idea how many more there are. I don't think... Vault-Tec Population Management System? Whoopsie. Okay, my mistake. This was not what I had in mind. Vault-Tec Population Management. Nope, I actually need a straight-out terminal. Whoops. Alright, let's move this over here. Attach this over here. Alright. Looks a little wonky, but I suppose it'll work. Come on. There we go. Power cycle experiment. Initializing. Property of Vault-Tec. Confident power cycle 1000 prototype. Additional. Choose experimental parameters. Additional power production. Sustained usage incentives. Environmental enhancer. Notes from Dr. Braun. Yeah, let's read the notes first before we select any of these. The Power Cycle 1000 is already successful. Wasteful exercise turned into clean power. When I task your R&D team to reach even further, how can we further refine this product? Are there opportunities to further our other goals of Vault-Tec? Alright, let's check the... What are the parameters here? I'm hoping that after I choose one, I can choose another, or at least get some details out of this. Additional power production or sustained usage incentives. Okay, let's just start with the top. Okay, lock in additional power production parameters. Okay, good. R&D lead notes. By administering electrical shocks when the subject's rotationals per minute dips below acceptable levels, the amount of power generated can be increased. Voltage decreased by 50% after several failed experiments. See Autopsy 130K and 130L. Note, keep a fire extinguisher nearby just in case. Yeah, let's give this a pass. Sustained usage incentives. R&D lead notes. Over the many trials, we found that some test subjects would present physical resistance to power cycle testing. Using coercive or psychological force to maintain the power cycle could prove problematic in vaults with minimal security personnel. By discreetly injecting small dosages of buff-out, not only will the test subject pedal longer and faster, potentially they'll associate the narcotic effects with the activity. Only tested this once in the lab. After 43 hours of continuous pedaling, the test subject experienced cardiac arrest. Recommend lowering the dosage for the full trial. that sounds rather bad too. Let's see what the third one is. Environmental Enhancer. Dr. Riley's team took a very different direction in their trials, despite objections. They posited that if the power cycle 1000 was associated with natural positive feedback, that productivity would be enhanced. Using strong aromatic essential oils, examples being lavender and sweet orange, the power cycle prototype elicited a strong initial impression. A sub-audible soundtrack of gentle waves lapping on a beach were added. The power production of this experiment was a dismal failure. Note, I don't think Ted is working out, Dr. Braun. Yeah, out of the first two, this one seems to be my pick. Because electrical shocks? Drugs? That's not gonna lead to long-term production. Let Clem ride for an hour. Kate disliked that. What, the experiment? I chose the least destructive option, Kate. He's doing this on his own with free will.
Push Clem.
This is all there is to it? So I'll keep pedaling. This is kind of fun.
Yeah, well, have fun. I'll be back in an...
What's that? You smell that? I never smelled such a thing. Is that mute fruit?
Wow, he gets really distracted. What the...
I'm so bored.
Let's stick around to see if he says anything else. Well, between electrical shocks or getting drugged up, which would you prefer, Clem? Because I could provide either. What are you doing, Kate? Don't toy around with the test.
Exercise sucks.
Please
Some
don't.
people complain, but not me. I'm just happy to be here.
Well, we could have chosen a more productive exercise. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to check this out while we're here. Find jobs for the unemployed, vocational overview, access VIP tracker. Ooh. Find jobs for the unemployed. Let's see what that's about. Okay, would you like to reassign your personnel? No jobs available. Okay, so I can find available jobs for them. Vocational overview. Okay, what class of personnel do you wish to manage? Overseer, there's unemployed. Yeah, so, okay, that makes things a lot easier. Access VIP tracker. Okay, which VIPs do you want to track? Overseer, all companions, shut down the tracker, show Kate, show Kier. Ooh. Ah ha ha ha. Well, if I ever needed to find one of my companions, that's an easy way to do it. Very nice. Alright, you keep pedaling. I'm gonna do a little bit of building while you're at it. Now, here's my thoughts on how I'm gonna arrange this atrium. I've spaced it out so there's a 5x5 column system. Then interspaced between that and the entrance is 3 floor tiles. So that's the plan. 3 tiles, then the columns. It's not going to work out too well in terms of... Well, it's an atrium. It's going to look big and impressive, and that's all I got so far. Connected to it will be the medical bay and the security office, as well as the overseer's office, but that'll be for later. Let's just make things a bit while we wait for Clem to finish his exercise. Let's see, 1, 2... Well, I don't need to complete third, because that's going to require a wall piece. Yeah, so this is kind of my... what you would call... architectural sensibilities. I would have preferred to keep the water tower for the ambiance, but that's gotta go. Okay, let's check over here. Oops. Come on. Ah, there we go. Clem's done. Oh, what the? What was that? Clem, what did you do to my generate? Oh no. No, 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 no. No. Clem! I am so disappointed in you. Ugh, this is gonna be a pain to repair. Oop. All done. Okay. Let's, Any further experiments shall be conducted away from the reactor.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I broke your vault. I just got so excited and I wanted to do a good job and I kept pedaling faster and faster. And then the whole vault went kablooey. Please don't kick me out.
The power cycle appears to have generated an EMP. Fascinating.
Yeah, fascinating. Let's repair this away from my power supply. Thank you very much. Let's remove the wires first. Back out, back out. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Atrium floor, please. Thank you. Let's move this over here now. Away. Wire it up again. Much better.
Some people complain, but not me. Just happy to be here.
And I noticed that this is broken as well. Well, actually, I should have stored this in the first place now that I have the bigger generator. There we are. Well, that was an experience.
I was looking at the data for the power cycle. If I am reading the report correctly, you chose a lavender and vanilla aroma dispenser.
I feel really relaxed. This vault is the best.
Ugh. We're engineering a new society, you know. Not some sort of day spa.
My clothes still smell funny.
For the next experiment, we'll need something from outside. Vault-Tec subcontracted out chemical research to Hallucinogen Incorporated. It was supposed to be delivered before. Well, before. But with the mail service out of commission, other arrangements must be made.
You care about the surface, win a reward, you're callous, coming right up. You know, I am now reminded why Vault-Tec chose psychopaths for their overseers. Yeah, what do you care about the surface? Just curious.
The whole world we knew died. Don't you care?
Enormously. That's why these experiments must succeed. We must make sure the inheritors of the Earth have every advantage.
We also gotta make sure that there are actually still inheritors around. Because Vault-Tec doesn't really have a good track record of keeping people alive. Alright, what's needed?
I'll be back before you know it.
Excellent. Just grab a package for Overseer Barstow. Once we have that, we can start the next experiment.
Well, power to the people. How nice. How much power does that actually generate? I should have checked. Started the watering hole. Interesting. Alright, Clem, have fun exercising. I could reassign you to something else, but, you seem to be having fun. Still, EMP effect. EMP. Wonder what I could use that for. Explore the rest of Vault 88. Yeah, I'll do that later. Let's see what this watering hole is. Yep, it's at Hallucinogen, which I cleared out. I'm hoping it stays cleared out, but you never know. Closest place to jump to would be Bunker Hill, I think. Alright, we're gonna go over there, grab some food and water, and then make our way to Hallucinogen Corp. Glad I cleared that place out with McCready earlier. That's assuming it stayed cleared out. I have no idea if the gunners wandered back in again. I don't know why they would do that, though. they already lost a contingent there.
One that ends without an end.
I have no idea if they would try to send more reinforcements in. Then again, if they had no survivors and they were just really curious about what happened to their guys, yeah, I can see them
Seems to be growing well.
accidentally sending in more people to their doom. But after the second contingent, I think they cut their losses and say no more. So, hallucinogen core. Here we go. Now, before we go inside, we check the perimeter. And then the other important part.
This better be worth.
We give Kate a hazmat suit. Because this is going to get very nasty if we just got her clean. I don't need her going berserk because of more chems. I thought I looted you.
Gotta be something about one.
Apparently I did. Well, on the off chance that more people have gone in, we're going in hot. Hello, Hallucinogen Corp. We are back. Anyone? Well, so far so good.
Bugs.
Oh, I remember you. Alright. I think we're good. I don't hear any more gunfire. Yeah, everyone's still dead. Come on, Kate. Our package should be right over here. Oh, come on. Not over this way. Ah, it's somewhere over there. How to get there? Doors. Explosives box. It would be so easy to just blow this thing up. Yeah, blow the grate up, but it might also blow up the package, so we should avoid doing that. Oh, take the extinguisher. I did not realize
A chemical leak
earlier
has been
how
detected.
much I would need
Please
rubber, so it's a good thing I
evacuate the
came
building.
back, I suppose. Ah. Take this. Research terminal. There's gotta be another way down. Which way? Ah! Nope, not that way. This place is a maze. There's the Watcher that did a little bit of something, if I recall. Didn't do much, though. Just a bit. I guess I gotta take the stairs. There's another Protectron Watcher. Short hunting rifle. No. Yeah, out of the way. You know what? I don't suppose I could just make it blow up. Activate unit.
Repeat. A chemical leak
There we go.
has been detected. Please evacuate the
There we
building
go.
immediately.
Robot expertise proves in handy for once. Is it this way down? I remember issues going down there, so we are avoiding going that way.
Gas. You can't get away from the gas.
I am surprised this guy has lived this long in here. You'd think he would have done something like by now.
No, stop it.
Like, either A,
Can't breathe.
gotten out of this place, B, blown his brains out, or C, starved to death by now.
It's under my skin. Get it out.
Yep, it's all the way back here.
Please evacuate the building.
Oh, right, if I recall, I didn't manage to loot the entire place. Let's fix that. Anything else I missed around here? Oh, I remember you. And you. Alright, where's the package? Oh, it's all the way back here? Okay, that makes things rather easy. Let's make things simple. Let's grab and go. Vault 88 Chemical Research. let's hope I can read this thing. And take the sniper rifle while I'm at it. Now let's read this thing before we go anywhere. Just in case she does something rather untoward with it.
Please, evacuate the building.
I'm surprised Kate hasn't mentioned anything about this whole wandering into a gas-filled building yet, but I did give her the... Where is it? Yeah, oh, here it is. Okay. Dr. Varley Barstow, Vault 88. Hello! Thanks for giving Hallucinogen this exciting opportunity to promote your scientific interests. Enclosed is the chemical formula for the specified project. I assure you it will exceed your expectations. If Hallucinogen can assist you in the future, please do not hesitate to contact us. Samantha Hatchett, VP of Marketing, Hallucinogen Incorporated. That wasn't very helpful. And I just go back to the overseer with this thing?
Has been detected. Please evacuate the building.
Alright. Simple enough, I suppose. Alright, Kate, time to hand back the hazmat suit. Be glad I always carried this thing around with me, just for my companions, because you never know where you're going into a hostile environment. And I'm not talking about bullets and lasers. I mean, stuff like that. I hear a vertibird.
Hey,
Sure, be glad to take... I mean, hold some stuff for you.
No, you're just taking your corset. That's a corset? Alright, fair enough, I suppose. Just taking the hazmat suit back. And it sounds like the Brotherhood of Steel is still active around these parts. Okay. Let's just head straight back to Vault 88. No need to go do the whole teleport hopping thing. Parched, lack of water. I always need water, don't I? That's why I always build these water fountains. Much better. Alright, Barstow, I got you your note, but I don't know what it's gonna entail.
I have those chemical formulas for you.
Marvelous. Now we can reform another societal picadillo. The hydration break. Whether it rears its head around the coffee pot, water cooler, or soda fountain, it's a menace. Vault-Tec scientists have conducted experiment after experiment to eliminate this inefficiency. But people feel an irrational need to socialize. So if they must squander their time, let us turn it into the collective good. With chemistry.
What? Aren't chemicals bad for you?
Oh, Clem. You worry so much, my boy. Everything you eat and drink is made of chemicals. Don't you know?
Oh, right. That's very interesting, Lady Overseer.
These are just special chemicals.
I am so very worried. Yeah, what type of chemicals?
What type of chemicals are we talking about?
Well, that's up to you. But from what I've read, the R&D folks really outdid themselves.
Fine, let's get this started. Trust us, Clem? I wouldn't trust us at this stage.
Let's get started.
So build the soda fountain, and then serve refreshments to our residents. And Clem, if you get thirsty on the job, feel free to have a cool, refreshing beverage.
Gee, thanks.
The soda fountain shows enormous potential.
Build and power the soda fountain prototype. Alright, well, just set it right next to the power cycle for when Clem needs a drink after his cycling. I have no idea how this will turn out. I have no idea. Okay, it requires someone to work it, requires power, but it produces happiness. Transforms a social foible into a community benefit. As for what she said about needing to take breaks and socializing be a bad thing, I have so much commentary on that.
Yeah?
Okay, how can I select the parameters? I guess I gotta check the...
The soda fountain shows enormous potential.
Okay. Now let's see what the parameters are. Initializing. Come on, initialize faster. Or is it not connected to it? It's technically not connected, is it?
If you're just going to spin your legs for an hour, the power cycle is pretty fun.
Huh?
Yeah, I can pretty much guarantee now that Barstow is the very antisocial type. Let's bring the terminal... Let's disconnect the wire first. And then bring it over here. Let's see what we can get out of this.
Why
Does that help?
blue? I mean, what a
Or does it not require a terminal?
yellow jumpsuit really be that bad?
Do I have to assign someone to it? Well... Clem's assigned to it already. Unless it requires another... No, it's assigned.
Yes?
Why isn't this working? 1 second. Okay, watering. Connect a terminal to the soda fountain and select experiment parameters. It's connected. Why isn't it working? Yeah, terminal. Initializing. It's not initializing for some reason. Maybe I gotta disconnect the power cycle? Oop, no. There we go. Alright, now let's try. Still not working. This is very odd.
There.
Huh?
Maybe I gotta store the terminal and bring it back out? I think I found a bug. I'm pretty sure I have found a bug now. Okay, let's store the terminal, and then bring it back out. What was under again? It was miscellaneous. So here we are. Try this again.
Some people complain, but not me.
Okay, there we go. Soda fountain experiment. Property of Vault-Tec. Confidential soda fountain prototype. Appetite suppressant. Let's read the notes first. After the initial stockpile of food and drink are depleted, Vault residents will become accustomed to anything new we give them. This gives us the intriguing possibility of adding chemical supplements to their diet, with them being none the wiser. After much focus testing, we've settled on the soda fountain. The only limit here is our chemical ingenuity. Make Vault-Tec proud. Yeah. No ethical limits either. Appetite suppressant. R&D lead notes. We've achieved a remarkable progress in synthesizing a lipstatin derivative. True, the side effects are more pronounced, but the efficacy are remarkable. Test subjects over the trial period lose 10% body mass index. There has been an unfortunate loss of productivity among the subjects, one complete loss from a fatality, and 2 who refuse to get out of bed. But the others are consuming a quarter or less of a standard ration. Assuming the kinks can be worked out, it could mean tremendously less resources to feed a full vault. Not quite liking where that's going. Let's see the other parameters. Mood enhancer. R&D lead notes. Hallucinogen provided us with a small sample of the final product, and it is quite exciting. They've made an extremely psychoactive compound that's soluble in water. It creates short-term euphoria, and in some cases, mild hallucinations. Surprisingly, subjects suffer no withdrawal symptoms, though a substantial predilection to depression after the crash. In a first for our team, absolutely no fatalities. The worst side effect is Subject 13, who has been staring at his hand for 13 hours straight. Fascinating. No, we're trying to do something about the color. And the taste. Not quite as troubling, but still... Alright, generic caffeination. R&D lead notes. I'm just about to give up on Ted. If you parse out his team's elaborate presentation, the active ingredient of Supplement Z is just caffeine. Plain, ordinary caffeine. Unsurprisingly, the test subjects suffered no delirious effects. Ted's team spent an inordinate amount of time balancing flavor and carbonation. They actually did focus testing against Nuka-Cola to enhance its appeal. I must admit, it's refreshing. God, I hate Ted. I'm starting to like Ted here. Alright, let's go with this.
Just happy to be here. I guess I'm open for business.
Alright. I don't know why Kate is disliking this. I'm just doing the least amount of damage that I can here. People want drinks? Sure. If it's caffeinated, they are well aware of what they're getting into. Drugging people up? That's a little more...
The soda fountain's open. Want to be the first customer?
Depends. How much does it cost?
Oh, it's free.
Really? Well, I guess then.
Yeah,
All the
between
soda you can
appetite
drink.
suppressants, which can potentially kill someone, or making someone potentially completely
wow.
depressed.
That's good stuff.
Make sure to come back.
Yeah, here we are, making a better world, one drink at a time.
Not a bad job manning the soda fountain.
Yes?
Well, I suppose it's like manning a bar. It's more for societal ills and woes. Hope you don't mind listening to someone's sad sob story about how his girlfriend dumped him. Or how he lost his job. Or how some poor lady...
This soda's
Lost her
better
cat.
than Nuka-Cola. Try it. You'll see.
You never know. You never know, because when you're just standing there serving drinks, people want to socialize. If it makes them feel better, then it's working. I'm gonna just wait an hour. Where's a chair? I should have built a chair. You know what? I'm just gonna go nap for an hour. How about that? It'll certainly make things easier on me. Oh. Alright, let's take a nap. A short nap. 1 hour cat nap. Okay, Clem's still manning the soda fountain, and he hasn't been punched in the face yet. Progress.
Oh, sure. And what am I supposed to wear?
You're in a vault?
Clem, have you been getting into the other chemicals?
Yeah?
Hey,
You here to check up? I got a customer right here. Want some more refreshment?
What the heck's in there? I had a Nuka-Cola once. And this stuff.
I know, right? It's got special chemicals in it.
No shit. Well, whatever it is, call me a fan.
Caffeine. One of the most popular addictive chemicals out there to date. I don't know how addictive caffeine actually is, but it does have an effect, I've noticed.
excuse me.
Caffeine. Well, it does improve productivity. But really, and together with the dubious success of the power cycle, I really am beginning to question your commitment to the project. But you can still redeem yourself. Ugh, the Hippocratic Oath. A solemn vow to do no harm. Well, roughly that's what it means. I don't want to get into interpreting dusty Latin textbooks, but that core sentiment of the medical community runs counter to what we're trying to accomplish here. Doctors shouldn't put their patients' welfare first. Instead, their sole focus should be the collective good. You understand, of course.
Let's see. Maintain a balance, enough philosophy, the oath is right. Times are desperate. Yeah, you gotta maintain a balance. If you don't have your individual patient's best interests at heart, then the collective good tends to go out the window just as quickly.
I could see needing to strike a different balance here.
Is that a twinge of misguided conscience? You should work on suppressing that. So, enter the Vault-Tec Phoropter. A specialized piece of optometrist equipment that, yes, can improve a patient's eyesight. But potentially so much more. The prototype requires a bit, well, a lot. All right, a staggering quantity of radioactive material. But the results will be worth it.
Getting nuclear material. Oh, I've seen the nuclear material around here, so I don't have to ask about that. Sarcastic, terrible idea. I'm excited. You know what? Sarcasm is the best approach here, because nothing beats sticking your eye full of nuclear material, eh? Just gets you brain cancer all that much faster.
Nuclear material, you say? What could go wrong?
I know. It's foolproof. But don't fret about the nuclear material. We chose this site for Vault 88 because our surveys indicate that there's a rich source of uranium deeper inside the caves. So, dig deep and get what we need.
I'm already way ahead of you, Barstow. Okay. If we're gonna have to deal with nuclear material, then let's see now. Fropter prototype. Let's set it over here. Okay. Now this I am mightily intrigued. I don't exactly have the best eyesight in the world. I need to use prescription glasses. And I would rather like having some sort of laser eye surgery if I ever had the spare cash. So something like this I would be rather intrigued. So let's see what the parameters are.
I ain't.
Fropter experiment. Subliminal messages. Oh my. The challenge I put before you is to find a way to turn a simple eye exam into something that furthers Vault-Tec's ambitions. The Fropter is an excellent delivery mechanism because it's infrequent enough and arcane enough that if anything slightly irregular occurs, no one would know. I expect great things from one of the teams. Subliminal messages. R&D lead notes. R&D has designed a series of microflash images which, when played repeatedly and in a loop, have a statistically significant positive effect on the test subject's views of the Vault, Vault-Tec, and the Overseer specifically. We never quite perfected an eye drop formula that was both effective and didn't cause long-lasting eye trauma, but we're still working on that. Note: the lab has had further advantages on electroshocks and physical restraints, so your mileage may vary in the field trials. No. Vault monitoring. R&D lead notes. This one team Walrus, don't ask, is very proud of. Dr. Braun, a small MRI specifically designed to fit in the Fropter when fed enough power and imaging can process the visual information response from stimuli. In layman's terms, it can read a test subject's mind and show an actual picture of what they're thinking about. That's the promise, at least, but the images are very grainy and indistinct. Starting from the standard Rorschach test with hundreds of volunteers, our computers could reliably identify these images with 71% accuracy. It's still early days, but the promise of getting involuntary glimpses into a population's mind could be a game changer for Vault management. Okay, this is a little more intriguing. It's not altering someone's will, and if you actually let someone know that you're going to peer into their mind and let them have a look at it, it would be interesting. But, okay, there's more. We then developed far more useful word associations than could assist any overseer. By default, the following are programmed in: traitor, inefficiency, gossip, complaint, and kitten. That was our test case. Hitting bugs, removing it from the lineup. And the last parameter. Improved eye care. R&D lead notes. Simple synopsis of this experiment. Ted. His team made a better tool for optometrists everywhere. That's it. Nothing else. Please, please process my request to reassign his whole team somewhere far away and cold. Well, whoever you are, Ted, this is for you. I am wondering, if I go with Ted's test every single time, what would happen? I want to do this. I want to keep going with Ted. Whatever he chooses, I'm going to pick it. Go, Ted.
Never tasted, well, anything like Vault 88 soda.
Alright, I know Kate is
Looks
disliking
like
all
we have our
this.
first patient. Yes. Before we begin, Clem, how do you feel about children?
They're alright, I guess.
You ever planning on having any?
I don't know. Why are you asking?
Just idle chatter. Go on.
Hi, you here for an eye exam with the this thing?
I guess.
Go ahead and get in.
Okay, now I'm having a lot more reservations about this. Nuclear material.
So.
You think we could
what
have
do
picked
I
a
do?
better thing?
Just stay still.
So I just sit here.
Yeah. The machine will do the rest.
This thing's creeping me out.
All done. It says you got, minor eye infection. Some eye drops will clear it up.
Thanks.
And that's it? Nothing else?
No, Lady Overseer, exam's all done.
Yes, Barstow, I will continually disappoint you because it
Anybody need help with
pleases
anything?
me.
I never had an eye exam before. It wasn't so bad, I guess. Why are you doing this stuff, anyhow?
Let's see, not entirely sure. Sarcastic, maximize productivity to benefit society. Well, maximizing productivity, it's kind of on the sidebar, but hey, if it makes you healthier.
These experimental devices could make life better. For everyone.
Huh. No shit. I figured coming down here was too good to be true. But I might have misjudged you. Might tell my friends it's a good thing down here. Thanks. I guess.
Yes! Good PR! Great PR, in fact.
I'll do well. Promise.
And Barstow, I can already guess what you're going to say to me. And I love it.
So one of our residents is happy. That's completely irrelevant. We should be making hard choices to improve the effectiveness of the Vault. Instead, you spend your time pandering to their every whim.
Oh, you would have made a horrible anthropologist, my dear. I am proud of the results.
I'm improving people's lives. I'm not going to apologize for that.
I just don't understand you. Please, make this next one count. This last experiment is my pride and joy. Following in the footsteps of Dr. Braun and the others, I have spent my time devising my very own prototype. Its premise is this. We are all flawed creatures, each with our own vices.
I'm following
What
you
if
so
our
far.
Vault didn't pointlessly try to stamp out these predilections, and instead harnessed them?
So, Ayn Rand on steroids.
What vices are you talking about?
Well, greed.
Yep.
The schematic is for a slot machine. I designed it to be as enticing as possible. Choose the experimental parameters, and let's see how it fares in the field.
I got no idea, but we'll be doing that experiment later, because I need